Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Chapter 9, Lesson 4, Associative Property. I am learning how to group factors to make solving multiplication problems easier. That's our learning intention. Let's define associative property. Associative property says the grouping of factors does not change the product. We talked about that yesterday in Lesson 3. If you missed Lesson 3, go back and make sure that you are caught up. Let's take a look at our pages for today. We're going to be doing pages 519, 520, which is covered up by this thing. Let me hide that. And 521. So let's start with page 519. Associative property. The associative property of multiplication states that the grouping of factors does not change the product. In second grade, you had the associative property of addition, which says that the grouping of addends does not change the sum. It's exactly the same thing, but just with different words because the labels for addition and multiplication are different. But multiplication and addition are related functions, related operations. So the associative property works for both of them. Okay, let's look at example 1. Now remember, we're going to read this in our three-read method. Three-peat is something different. Our three-read method. I am still working on learning it as you guys are. So if I mess up, I'll start over again. And if I get through it, yay for me. Same goes for you. All right. Chris and Katie each received 4 smile stickers a week for oops, I did it again. And I just got done talking about it. Okay. So let's try that again. Chris and Katie each received some smile stickers a week for some weeks. So now I know Chris and Katie, they're each getting some amount of smile stickers each week for some amount of weeks. So let's find out what those numbers are. Chris and Katie each received 4 smile stickers a week for 3 weeks. Okay, that makes sense. Now, one of the things I need to do, and feel free to mark up your word problems if that helps you to remember what to do. Chris and Katie are 2 people, so that's one of the numbers that I need. So I'm going to put a 2 right by their names so I know that 2 of them each received 4 smile stickers a week for 3 weeks. The question is, how many smile stickers did they earn altogether? So I need to know how many smile stickers both children got over the course of 3 weeks. So we're going to find the unknown in 2 times 3 times 4. Now, Chris and Katie are the 2. The 4 represents the stickers they got each week, and the 3 is the number of weeks. Now, they put it in this order because you have 2 groups of 3, groups of 4 is basically how that works. When there are no parentheses, you multiply in order from left to right, or use parentheses to group factors. So they're going to show you 2 ways to do this. And after that, if I remember, I'll tell you what my favorite way is, because I do have a personal rule for how I do this, but it doesn't have to be your rule. Okay, so one way is to multiply 2 and 3 first. So you will notice, just like we did yesterday, that we multiply 2 and 3 to get 6, and then we bring down the 4 so that we don't forget to multiply by 4. And 6 times 4 is, drum roll, what is it? It is 24. Woohoo! Either way, oh wait, we're not there yet. Okay, another way, multiply 3 and 4 first. So, just like yesterday, we went to our parentheses first. 3 times 4 is 12, and then we bring down the 2 times, so then we multiply 2 times 12. Now, assuming we're multiplying correctly, 2 times 12 equals 24. So either way, 2 times 3 times 4 is 24. The associative property shows that grouping does not change the product. I have to lean around my microphone here. So this may be a little messy because I have to write sideways. My microphone's in the way. Associative. And if you don't know how to spell it, you can copy it off of the page, either from my messy writing or from looking at the way it was spelled on the previous page. Okay, let me tell you what my personal rule is for multiplying more than 2 digits. I take the 2 smaller numbers and I multiply those first. So in 2 times 3 times 4, 2 and 3 are the smaller numbers. So I would multiply those first. You don't have to mark this up, but I just want to show you. I would do 2 times 3 first, and that is 12. 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Those make kind of medium-sized numbers. 12 times 2 is hard, especially when you're first learning to multiply. So I prefer to take the 2 smaller numbers, multiply those first to make a medium-sized number to multiply by my other medium-sized number. So look at the helpful hint. The associative property also allows you to group the easier factors. Now, for those of you in my class, I want you to draw a little sun coming up from behind the cloud because it's a sunshiny day in math, and that's your Easter egg to get you your extra credit points. All right, let's move on to our next page. Oh, that wasn't, associative isn't written on the previous page. It's written on this page. Thought it was already on the second page. Silly me. Okay. Example number 2. Let's try this 3-read thing again. Cheryl has some photos. Each photo shows some friends holding the same number of flowers. There are some flowers altogether. So I see that Cheryl has some pictures, and on each of those pictures, she has some friends holding flowers. Maybe it was her wedding picture, and those are her bridesmaids. Let's pretend that. Okay, we know that there are some amount of flowers altogether. So let's now put the numbers in there and fill in our pictures a little bit better, literally and figuratively. Cheryl has 2 photos. So I see she has 2 pictures. Each photo shows 5 friends. So there's 5 friends in this photo, 5 friends in this photo, holding the same number of flowers. There are 30 flowers altogether. We don't know how many each of them is holding. Okay, so let's find out what the question is. Cheryl has 2 photos. Each photo shows 5 friends holding the same number of flowers. There are 30 flowers altogether. How many flowers is each friend holding? Okay, so I can think of this as in a picture. Okay, so they label it here for you, but I like to use a picture to help me with these harder problems. And I don't care if you draw pictures in the margin on the side, if that helps you to do it as well. So I'm going to draw 2 pictures. Okay, and she has 5 friends. So her friends are going to be represented by little circles. So there's 5 friends in each photograph. Okay, then I need to know how many they are holding altogether, or how many each is holding, for a total of 30. Now I know from when I first started doing equal groups in multiplication that I can do one for me, one for you through both of the pictures. This is going to get crowded because it's kind of small. You know what? Let me make my paper bigger. See, on this whiteboard I can cheat. Okay, I'm going to switch colors too so it's not as confusing. So now I'm going to count to 30, giving 1 flower to each person, and then going back and giving them a second flower until I've given them all flowers up to 30. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My aim is off. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then I keep going because I'm not to 30 yet. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now I'm up to 30. Aha! They're each holding 3 flowers. So now I know what number I'm looking for to make sure that I do this right. Okay, so let's do it just with numbers now. I'm going to switch to highlighter. And so first I'm going to group 2 times 5 because I have 2 photographs with 5 friends in it. I don't know what the unknown is, so I can't group with the unknown. So 2 times 5 is 10. I bring down my unknown. I also bring down is the same as 30. Remember, an equal sign means is the same as. So 2 groups of 5 times some number is the same as 30. Now 10 times some number is the same as 30. And I think to myself, wow, multiplying by tens, I can do that. I've been doing that since kindergarten because I know how to skip count by tens. So 10 times 3 is 30. And look, each of my people has 3 flowers. Yay! So 2 times 5 times 3 is 30. Each friend is holding 3 flowers. Okay, now we're going to do guided practice. So I'm going to read the problem to you. You are going to fill in your blanks, and then you're going to pause your video, fill in your blanks, and then turn it back on. See if you got your answers right. If you didn't, please fix them so that you are practicing correctly. Okay, so number 1 is 2 times 4 times 6 equals. So let's just keep the numbers in the same order. Don't switch them around. And then, so you're going to group your first 2 numbers and then put your third number in there, multiply what's in parentheses first, then multiply by the other factor, and then find your product. Go ahead and pause. Okay, so I'm going to fill in 2, 4, and 6. So 2 groups of 4 times 6. 2 times 4 is 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Do the same thing for number 2, but they've grouped the numbers. Well, it's not the same numbers as number 1. But in number 2, they put the parentheses around the second 2 numbers. So go ahead and fill in the numbers, do your multiplication, and unpause your video once you have your product. Go ahead and pause. Okay, so you have 4, 2, and 3, which is 4 times 2 groups of 3. I'm going to bring my 4 down here. I'm going to multiply 2 and 3, which is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. If you got that right, pat yourself on the back. If you didn't get it right, please fix it. If you didn't get it right, you might want to go back and listen to the other practice too, just to be sure you understand. Okay, so let's look at find the missing factor. So an unknown times 2 groups of 3 equals 30. So we brought the unknown down. You're going to multiply 2 times 3, then put your product in there that you already know, and then find your unknown by using your multiplication facts on the third set of the third line there, which has 3 blue lines, and then complete the sentence so the unknown is blank. Please pause. Okay, so I know that 2 times 3 is 6. I need to bring down the 30. Some number times 6 equals 30. Well, I know that 5 times 6 equals 30. So the unknown is 5. Okay, so now we're going to look at our independent practice. You're going to use parentheses to group 2 factors, then find each product. So 4 and 5, you are going to do it just like you just did it in guided practice. Keep the numbers in the same order, do your multiplying, and so on. For number 6, you need to do parentheses. You pick the 2 numbers. They have to be numbers that are next to each other, though. You can't have them on numbers that are separated. So pick 2 numbers that are next to each other. For example, numbers that are next to each other are 6 and 2, or 2 and 2. 2 times 2. So you group one set of numbers. You're going to, multiply what's in parentheses first. You're going to write it down here. I'm going to show you on this. I keep bringing up that side panel. Okay, so I like to do my smaller numbers first. So I'm going to put my parentheses there. I'm going to put 4 and 6 times 4, and then put my answer in the blank. Sorry, my time sign got messed up. Okay, that is what I want to see. Not that problem necessarily. I need to see where you put your parentheses, and I need to see that you multiplied in the parentheses first. So you're going to get credit for parentheses and the correct expression being written underneath, and then the product on the blue line. Okay, down at the bottom, you are going to find the missing factor. What did I just do? Oh, I'm trying to scroll down farther, but it's not letting me. Hold on. Why is it not moving? Is my computer stuck? Maybe because it is so giant? No, I think my screen froze. Okay. Oh, there we go. It finally moved. Why is it not going down? Okay, I'm just going to have to make it small. So you are going to find the missing factor. You're going to write what the unknown is on the blue line. If you need to write anything else, please feel free to. They didn't really give you room to, so I'm not going to make you do it, but make sure that you put what the unknown is in the blue line. Okay, at the oh, goodness, why won't it let me go down farther? Now it just jumped me all the way up to the top. Something is going on with this. Okay, well there. I just found a new way to scroll down. Yay me. Okay, so now you're going to find the value of each number sentence. Ooh, this is a little tricky. Oh, there's a key over here. So there's tools in the toolbox, and each tool represents a different number. So the paint roller is worth 2. Here's what I would do if I were you, and I think I'm going to make you do it, is I'm going to put the point value on top of, or the number value on top of each picture. So everywhere that you see a paint roller, you're going to put a 2. Everywhere that you see a wrench, you're going to put a 3. Everywhere that you see a saw, you're going to put a 4. And then you need to write what the what's in the parentheses first. Write your expression here, then put your answer on the blue line. So you're going to get a point for the picture having a number over it. You're going to get a point for writing your expression correctly, and a point for the blue line. So each of those is worth 3 points. This page is worth a lot of points. So those of you that listen to directions, you've got it made in the shade. Those that didn't, they're going to have to do it over again. Anyway, you guys have a good one. This is associative property. It is not hard. It's not even complicated. It's pretty simple. So good luck and do your best.